Hi everybody. Ooh, man, I feel like my camera looks really blurry. I'm sorry. I wanted to pop in real quick and just show you what I am making. It is that time of the year. The sun's starting to come out. You know, you might burn easily, or maybe you're just out in the yard all day working on yard work, so you want some sunscreen. As many of you probably know by now, Young Living does make their own sunscreen. So it comes in a little tube like this. It is 3 ounces. And they, at one time, had a 10 SPF, and then they've now come out with a 50 SPF. We just found out recently that the 10 SPF is going to be discontinued, so you'll be able to just purchase the 50 SPF. But one thing that I hear from a lot of people is that, like, it's expensive, and oh my gosh, we'd go through like 7 tubes of that in a summer. I've got a bunch of kids. So I just want to quick show you how you can make your sunscreen last without compromising the SPF. So what I'm going to do is take about half of this tube, and I have another tube here that's already open, but when it gets this low, I cut off the top and I scrape it out, and I don't really have time for that right now, so I'm just going to squeeze it out of the tube if I can, because it's really thick. I mean, just like, watch this come out. Oh my gosh. I have to squeeze so hard to get this to come out, which is another reason why I like diluting it, because then it's not quite so thick and it goes further, and it's just a lot easier to deal with. Okay, so I'm pouring this into a bowl. I think I've got about half. I don't know. I'm gonna give it one more good squeeze just to be sure. Yeah, okay. All right. So I'm pouring this into a bowl, but eventually what I'm gonna do is put it into this spray bottle. And these spray bottles you can get on Amazon. They come in a 3-pack. So I bought the 3-pack, and I used one of these last year because I had the SPF 10. So I diluted the SPF 10 to get a bottle. So then I'm going to use the other one for my SPF 50. And then the third one I used, and I poured my Young Living insect repellent in it, because it just sprays out a little bit nicer. And if you have the insect repellent, you know what I'm talking about, that it's a little, I don't know, like hard to get out. I mean, the bottle itself, it just comes out really fast, and then it's oily and everywhere. So I like the spray bottle. So I put about half the tube of the sunscreen in my bowl. Now what I'm going to do is add some red raspberry seed oil. So I got this, I think I actually got this off of Amazon as well, but it's organic, 100% pure, cold pressed, so it's the good stuff. And I'm going to put about a half a dropper's worth of this in here. Actually, I think I'm going to put 2 half droppers in it, because you can also add carrot seed oil to this. I don't happen to have carrot seed oil, so I'm just going to add 2 little droppers of the red raspberry seed oil. The reason that I'm doing that is because red raspberry seed oil has natural SPF in it. And as I dilute this sunscreen, it dilutes some of the SPF too, right? So I want to keep my SPF as strong as possible. So I'm just adding a little bit of that to my mixture so that I keep my SPF high. The other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add some essential oils to it. And these essential oils have their own natural SPF as well. So I'm going to add 10 drops of lavender, which we all know comes in the starter kit. So we should have that on hand. 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. I might have gotten 11 in there. I'm going to add 10 drops of carrot seed oil. So the carrot seed oil that I was talking about before is more like the extract oil. This is pure carrot seed oil. So I'm putting 10 drops of this in. And then I'm also going to add 10 drops of citronella, which is also nice because then your sunscreen also acts as an insect repellent. a little bit anyway. I won't say it's as strong as the insect repellent that we already have, but it does give you a little bit. Last step then is to add either almond oil or coconut oil. So I'm going to add almond oil. You want to add about an ounce at a time. I usually will get up to, I don't know, about 4 ounces in total. I realized I forgot a spoon or a fork to kind of mix this together. And then you just kind of start, you know, mixing it together. And you'll see here, ooh, I don't want to spill, but you'll kind of see how, like, you know, now it's just becoming a little bit easier. And then what I'll eventually do is use my funnel to put it into the bottle. And then I have a spray version of the sunscreen, which is really nice in the summer. So, yeah, that's all. I just wanted to share that with you guys because it's a real easy way to get more out of your sunscreen. And it's way easier to apply as well. So if you've got kids, you know, most of the time kids don't want to stand still long enough for you to put sunscreen on. So if you can just spray and go, it makes it a lot easier. And, you know, when you saw how thick the sunscreen was, you really do have to, like, make them stand there so that you can rub it in real good. So all I'm going to do now is pour this milky substance. Hopefully you can kind of see that. And voila! Now I've got sunscreen. All right, so have a great weekend. If you're planning on going outside at all, make sure you put your sunscreen on. If you don't have it, I would definitely get it in your cart. It is something that tends to sell out in the summer because people stock up, which is why I always buy stuff in the off season. So I stocked up on my sunscreen back in like January. So anyway, that's my helpful tip for today. I hope you guys have a great Friday. Talk to you later. Bye.